So I'm running, you know, of course, secondary lulls build, with just a little bit of tank, just for good measure. But we'll see what happens with this leaf in here. For those of you guys who are unfamiliar with this battleship, I need to put up a work in progress. There it is. So it's very much a battle cruiser line. You've got your secondaries. It's got torpedoes. Yeah. But you can see how narrow the ship is compared to like the Kerr First and the other ones. Exactly right, Starscream. It is extremely thin. Now let's take a look at the armor scheme. Remember, this is all work in progress. Things can possibly change, but it does have a 60mm icebreaker bow. So that's kind of neat. We'll drop a couple out here, and you see that there is no turtleback on this line of ships. And it looks to me like the armor scheme is such that it's right on the waterline. Robloxian! Oops, there it is. Rob, thank you very much for the resub, dude.
Robloxian plays 1 just resubscribed for 3 months.
Water!
Hey, Cat Monitor! Long and thin means probably horrible turn radius. Well, let's take a look at that. 970 meters. Yeah, that's pretty bad. But, you know, what do you get for that? Well, survivability-wise, it's okay. The artillery, of course, you've got 420s, because you can't lose without 420s. You got some decent secondaries. And then, of course, like I was talking about, their torpedoes. Now, this seems weird to me. 13.5 kilometer torpedo range. I thought it was 6. I could have sworn that it was 6, but I guess I'm wrong. I'm so used to the German battleships, you know, having 6 kilometer torpedoes. So 13, very interesting.
I need the Team Dixper code too before we get moving.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get the show on the road, and then I'll get you that code.
Cool. Do it after this battle. Cool. I can do 1 battle without it.
Well, no, I'm gonna launch it, and then I'm gonna
mid-battle, you dork. I gotta get the code and everything and put it in.
Oh
That's
no!
before we started.
That's so difficult for you to do that while we're sitting in the queue.
It is. God.
Oh my goodness. Alright.
Next thing you know, he's gonna want me to actually keep an eye on the stream and shit too.
Well, you know, that might be handy.
No, that would be me. That way I don't have to.
There you go. Alright, here we go. Doing well, it's the chore part of the day. Ships later. Gotcha. You want your 510s? Well, let's get that taken care of for you, shall we? Activity feed. Come on. There we go. Here you go, Duckman. Beer later.
Ethereal_I Duckman just resubscribed for 14 months.
And look, a wild Oscons appears. That's why you spend the money. Very nice.
You know, when you said a wild Askans appeared, the first thing I did was looked into the battle and went, oh, fuck.
First thing I did was look in chat to give him a shout out.
You guys are great. Alright, so for the rest of you guys who are subscribers, you do have the ability to get a walk-on sound via blurb. And if you're not a sub, you can use channel points and bits anyways.
Eric34 is now following.
Eric Kirky34, thank you for the follow. Kitten, how did that work for you? Did you just you see a pop-up on your stream?
It's over on the screen.
Yep.
It's on the little tab that pops out on the right hand of the screen.
4444
Yep.
is now
And you
I see
click
it.
on it, and then go to walk-ons, and then you can search and find yourself a walk-on. Then you submit it for that jerk on the screen to approve, and you're good to go.
Thank you so much. Yep, I'm looking at it right now on my stream there. So there's a voice mod, and then there's also blurb you guys can use to mess around with the stream if you like. We also have Dixper up and running that will both impact myself and Sith Kitten. So that'll be fun. Link in chat right there for the Dixper. Mad Dog, thank you for the follow. And
Alaskan Amber Ale. Yum.
you got some.
I have something that I wanted to tell Captain Motter about, and so it's perfect because he's here too. Dad, do you know what I got? Do you know what I got yesterday?
Nope.
The mead man showed up yesterday.
I have no idea what that means.
Mead? Remember I told you we have a guy who makes us our own mead?
Oh, that, okay.
Beer.
It is
Using
not beer.
Fancy words.
It is not beer. It's not carbonated. It's alcohol. It's delicious.
There's the Kitakaze.
Listen, you guys drink because it's sociable. I drink to get drunk.
Okay, look at my dilemma this morning. Okay, that's a normal thing in this house. I need alcohol.
What, out of coffee?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the problems of Sith Kitten. Now, talking about the battleship for a moment, as you can see, quite fast. I'm moving 35 knots. Relatively stealthy at 14 kilometer concealment. And I do have a 6 kilometer hydroacoustic search. Makes it very handy when, trying to YOLO things. And I do have a couple of customers that are coming my way right now. Oh! 20... I just citadelled the IRS. Hey, there we go. Well done. And look at that. My 420s are available again for the Bismarck. Now, accuracy might seem pretty tight. That's because these battleships use, if I'm not mistaken, Battlecruiser dispersion formula. Battlecruiser dispersion. Now, in addition to Happy Fun Time torpedoes, and look, I've even got 2 of them on each side. The turret, you have a 360-degree rear turret on most of the tech tree line. That comes in very handy for the need to reposition and flip your guns to the opposite end of the spectrum here. And I stopped because I figured that was coming. Now, of course, the ship needs to be balanced, and so one of the ways in which the ship is balanced is I have a limited number of damage control party charges that I can use. And as you can see, I've already caused the Montana to run away in fear. And Lutjens is doing his thing. So like Russian damage control, exactly right, Starscream, yes. So you gotta be very particular about your use of that damage control. There's the Kitakaze. Fortunately, I'm right outside of secondary range, so we need to fix that. We're gonna fix that? We're gonna fix that with the Citadel hit, because of course he's almost dead, so. Ohio. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it look like I'm pushing, because I want... Oh, nice kill there, Khan. I'm gonna make it look like I'm pushing, because I want this Ohio to take the lead, because I'm a little low on health right now. Some of you guys might see that. So we're just gonna go ahead and crash into this shield right here, the island shield. And then I'll back up. Laundry folding time. There you go. Enjoy Greyhound. Great movie, Catmonitor.
Oh, it's such a good movie.
You watch recent Lighthouse video? Auctions may be heating up. Yeah. We're winning 4-0 right now. That's neat. 4-1.
You had to
Less
say
neat.
something.
4-2. Even less neat. Well, I mean, you know, what do you expect? You've got 3 battleships and a Riga down at A. So, there's 1 Kitakaze, and only 1 ship that can realistically counter that Kitakaze. Yeah, Rock, apparently, Kurfürst, it was announced just recently on a German stream that it's going to become a coal ship. Kind of like what they're doing with the Kaba. I got no idea why, but that's what we've been, you know, that's apparently what's been announced, so. Good question, Starscream. Nobody knows what's replacing it, but I'm sure it's gonna be fun, whatever it is. Can we hit Oskins? That'd be kind of funny if we could. Good, the Ohio did exactly what I was hoping he would do. He pushed forward. Go Gadget secondaries. Nice torpedoes on the Bismarck by Khan. There we go. Did you Dutch oven him? You did, didn't you?
That's why I giggled. It was funny. We just, like, had to.
Cabo is your first tier 10. Nice. Gonna make that awful tier 9 battleship. Really? Is that what they're doing, Starscream? They're gonna make the Friedrich? Huh. Well, just in case the Lion decides to turn out and panic and run, we'll do that. Rip the Kagero. And no. Aw, I wanted to torpedo him.
Yeah, I was trying to get shots on him too. That freaking Ohio keeps taking all the kills.
Well, we are technically still ahead by 2. So that's neat. Oh, it's a joke? Okay. Look at this Riga firing AP at me. Enjoy the rainbow, my friend.
It's the rainbow.
That's right. Secondaries. Secondaries. Captain, I'm busy. Oh, coming up on the channel here, so might be a good idea to have that good old-fashioned hydroacoustic search ready to go. Go, Andrew. Hello. How's it going? Take all 4 shots. Enjoy. And you can see that German Hydro goes right through islands as it normally does. So that's neat. And what do you know, we lost our Buffalo. Once again, I am lower than our Ohio, so once again, I'm going to crash the island and reverse a little bit. You can't wait to grind that line there, Bach. How you doing, by the way? I think it'll be fun.
There, Bob.
Yeah, I saw a screenshot of that on the CC Discord. The Preussen. It's 2 turrets that are 457 millimeters, and that's like it. So that looks kind of like a Borodino, which is an interesting
Funny there,
choice.
Bach. We were just talking about you before the stream.
We were.
We were talking about that really cute tweet from your parents' house. I thought that was absolutely adorable.
Ta-da! Always have friends. They can take your torpedoes for you. Oh, oof. Alright, now we can come out and play. Hey! Maybe not $1, but hello, matey. Thanks, Rob. How you doing, man?
Robloxian plays 1 cheered X50.
That's right.
May not be $1, but hello, matey.
Let's play 420! Yeah, decent. When is the line supposedly coming out? Yeah, we're thinking... Nice kill. We're thinking it's supposed to come out with this upcoming patch, right? Early access, which is interesting because the Russian carriers are still early access or something. I don't know. Is my bit alert a salvo fire? Shadow, my bit alert is the 510 millimeter guns of awesomeness that comes from the Shikishima, the original Shikishima gun sound. The original Shikishima gun sound was so OP that it actually was nerfed, believe it or not. Yes, that's right, a sound in this game has been nerfed. How cool is that? Firefly reboot in the works? I could never get through the first Firefly. I know that it's supposedly a really awesome show and stuff. I couldn't, I don't know.
This man's quit running!
Yeah, this is kind of an anticlimactic end to the battle, but 202,000 damage, almost 2 million potential damage. I think you'd agree. Played properly, this ship is quite fun. We need somebody to die now. Aww.
I'm about to touch oven M.
Meat Pie Man, yeah, they had to nerf the gun sound because it was triggering earthquakes. Well, what it was doing was it was like it was putting its presence out on the battlefield, and everybody could hear that ship, and they were freaking out about it and stuff like that. So I'll show you the armor profile in just 1 second. Look at that. Khan coming in first, our Ohio coming in next, and Sith Kitten is anchoring the lineup.
Hey, I didn't die, and I did pretty damn well, damn it.
There you go. Let's take a look at the detailed report here. Nearly 2 million potential damage, as I had mentioned. So that was good. 14-minute battle duration, not bad. Took an awful lot of damage, but take a look at my secondaries. 401 secondary hits on this ship. Wow. Wow. I fired over 1,176 secondaries. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Only 431 amateur. Thanks, SAT.
And nobody Dixpered us the whole battle. It was great.
Yeah, I am secondary spec. If the Shiki causing earthquakes, what those super battleships gonna cost? I have no idea. But that poor Des Moines just got slapped. 4 shell hits for 28,500 damage. Oof. And Russian bias, well, he died. Um, and then there's that Montana I got that Citadel with at the very end. But yeah, so that was not a bad game. Credits and XP, I mean, it's what you would expect based off of what I had spec'd up on the ship, right? What would your change be to my captain build, SAT? And the captain build that I'm using, by the way, I just have a secondary spec, good Lutjens, because it's fun. Take IFHE. What? Drop fire prevention for ERE.
How many points do you have?
21, of course.
Okay, so I would drop the... Alright, so this is the following I would do. Trade turret reverse for IFHE. Trade fire prevention for expert repair. And then
Because you get the extra
drop...
DCP, yeah.
Yeah, you want the extra DCP and heal over the fire prevention. And finally, trade trade the basics of survivability and preventive maintenance for concealment expert.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, your
Why?
concealment is 12.6 with that, and your secondary range is 12.5.
That is correct.
Got it. So you can almost stealth fire your secondaries, is what you're getting at.
Yep.
Okay. Fair enough. I'm not gonna do that with Lutjens right now because, well, I could. I'm just using him for. I mean, that build would work for just about any secondary spec battleship. Wouldn't you agree?
It's optimized particularly for the Schlieffen and the rest of her tech tree line.
Right. So I think I'll leave this as it is, but why IFHE for the secondaries? Let me pull up one of my other captains here so I can show you guys what we're talking about. So you would go emergency repair specialist to start. You'd pick up IFHE. Now IFHE gives you... Oh, I see, because you want that 32mm pen for the 105s.
Yep, that's correct.
Got it. Okay.
A lot of your firepower is in your 105s, funny enough. So bumping that up to 32mm pen is a game changer.
So you would go with like this?
Yep, that is the exact build I will recommend.
There you go. So ladies and gentlemen, once these German battleships are in early access, you might want to print screen this or something and save that for later on. What's the secondary range? Well, let's go ahead and master these skills and let's take a look at what happens to the Schlieffen as a result. So concealment is 12.6 and secondary range is 12.5 with the flag, with the secondary booster equipment or whatever. So here's the secondary flag, and then over here we also have our secondary modification. You probably wouldn't want to swap out of that for auxiliary mod, but I mean,
You could for memes.
For memes, right? But you're far better off with your primary guns. You're always better off with your primaries. Here, if you want your secondaries to survive longer, you could do aux mod, but the thing about main armaments is that it includes torpedo tubes, and your torpedo tubes are quite fragile, so I think main armaments is probably going to be the pick for that one. Hydro, you could pick if you want to. Alternately, you could also just do damage control system mod 1 and be fine with it. And I think that covers the rest of the build, right? Cool. Well, SAT Con, thanks for jumping in to answer those questions or comment on that. Anything else, Schlieffen? I saw somebody asking about the armor layout. We covered that at the beginning of the stream, but just as a reminder, here's what we've got: 60mm icebreaker bow, and then some pretty decent armor. But one of the key factors about this ship is we don't really have a turtle back here, so it can be citadeled quite easily if you show too much side, and you couple that with your rudder shift time and your turning circle radius, especially at nearly 1 kilometer, and you really need to plan out where you're going to position your ship and, you know, basically make it so that your bow is pointed forward most of the time.
Her top speed is pretty good though. She has 14.1 base top speed, which I think is actually the highest in the game. You have a speed flag on.
Yeah, you said 40 point whatever? I mean, you mean 34.
34.1.
Yeah.
Should be the highest in the game.
I wouldn't be surprised. And then, I mean, so as a meme, you could also do brisk.
I was talking to Bo about this, but he would not recommend it. He says IFHE is too important, and you couldn't. There's just not enough room to take it.
Gotcha. Fair
From
enough.
his experience.
Yeah, angling potential is pretty good. You saw that when I went up against the what was it, the Montana, the Riga, and the Lion. I was susceptible to AHE, of course, and being set on fire, but I didn't take that much penetrating damage. It was more just from here. You can see that, you know, I took 46 AP hits and averaged 1,000 damage per hit. That's really not bad compared to, you know, HE was about half that, and then of course I got set on 5 fires that burned for 17,000. So why no? Because the thing about these battleships is because they have a limited number of damage control parties, then that skill gives you 1 additional damage control party use, and it speeds up it lengthens the time in which damage control is alive for, so it helps you quite a bit in the tankiness department. If it didn't have limited DCP charges, I'd probably agree with going fire prevention over that. That's part of the reason I did not spec or change my good to Lutjens, because I want to keep him as a secondary, you know, ridiculous secondary dude for like all of my premium German battleships. So, is the DCP low cooldown? Well, here's the DCP. It's up for 11 seconds now because of the buffed skill, and it reloads in 40 seconds, which changes to 38.8 with the flag.
Cyanide Wi-Fi is now
40
following.
seconds is the same as the Russian DCP, so very fast.
Right. Oh, I don't have the flag on. Okay, I'm sorry. It changes because of the commander skill. Yeah, this one. 3% to reload time. And then if you wanted... I guess you could take the flooding flag off. You could put that flag on. And then the quickest you can get it down to is 36.86 seconds for reload for damage control. It is a fast damage control team. And yes, it's got hydroacoustic search as well. Hydro reaches out to 6 kilometers, so if you're worried about going into an area that could be torpedo infested, you pop that, and you at least see the torpedoes earlier before you take the torpedoes. You'll still probably take 1 or 2, because, you know, turning radius, but no smoke.
No coffee.
No smoke or radar. Disappointed. Well, Meat Pie Man, it's German, so you wouldn't expect to see either of those on a German battleship, really.
Might be slightly overpowered if he got either.
Mm-hmm.
Just might.
No problem
Alright,
to
I'm
do.
starting with Dirty Waters, Af.
Oh, that's early. Okay.
I have no coffee. I need something.
Fair enough. All right. So, does anybody have any other questions about their about the Schlieffen or the German battleship line, the new German Battlecruiser ship, whatever line in general? Ask away. I can show you guys the other ones in port if you guys would like. And I'm looking at where Bloxian plays is. He wants his Arizona prioritized for his sub replay. That works. Okay, I've got 4 priority replays so far today. Hey, no problem, Meat Pie Man. It's a fun line of ships. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. If I could give you any word of advice, please do not do all the crazy early access BS you can do if it comes out to it, where you have to, you know, do your bundles or whatever, or to move on up and unlock the tier 7, tier 8, tier 9, whatever, right? These ships are, I think these ships are meant to be played. They're not meant to be skipped, as opposed to a certain former line that was recently released. So I would say take these out and have fun with them. Yeah, these are definitely going to be popular. What about the tier 6 for ranked potential? 1 second. Can I show you guys that ship? I just need to make sure that I don't mess something up here. Yeah, okay, I can show you guys that one. So the Mackinson, remember, these ships can still be changed up in some way, shape, or form before they're released. Now, the thing about the Mackinson is that the Mackinson does not have torpedoes, so that limits, in my opinion, its viability for ranked. That explains, you can see why I've gone for Ox mod instead of main, because I don't have torpedo launchers to worry about keeping alive. And it does have hydro at 5.5 kilometers. Let me go ahead and throw the Schlieffen Captain on that we just spec'd up so you guys can see. There he is. So you guys can kind of get an idea of what the ship is like with a, you know, that cookie cutter build, if you will. Again, there's the build. So in that case here, you've got concealment at 11.5 kilometer, and secondaries reach out to 8.5 kilometers. It's not quite the secondary spamming ship as the tier 10. It's pretty fast at 29.4 knots, and I think that's with the speed flag. Yep. So how is she going to be in ranked? Frankly, she's going to be another battleship. That does have the ability to push aggressively. The only problem in ranked is if you've got a battleship or two buddy that refuses to push with you. And then you just get focused down and killed. Also, you can see there's no anti-sub warfare, although Wargaming did recently state that they were going to add anti-sub warfare to every ship in the game. So, to me, right now, that's a big gaping loophole. And as a result, I wouldn't take it into ranked if they have subs in the next... Yeah, you can take that into ranked at tier 6 in bronze, because that sprint is still going. So, I don't know. It'll be okay. You could definitely do it, but... Okay, any other questions you guys have? Tier 6 has the turtleback? Well, we're gonna do convoys next, so you can ready up an 8 if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, no turtleback on the 6. Just shoot. Just about everything works in bronze. That is correct, SAT. So grind the ship out. If you get to the 6, if you get the 5, you get the 5. You get the 6, grind the 6 out and have fun. What's the name of the 5? It might be easier if I just do this. Oh, that'd be why. The Derflinger. And the Derflinger, a lot of times these days, tier 5s tend to be the crap ships of a line. Oh, did I accidentally... I grabbed the wrong one. This guy. Easy to get confused when you've got lots of captains. The thing about the 5 is no hydro. And the secondaries are... meh. They're okay. I mean, you've got 88mm, so... even with IFHE, that's not a lot of pen. Wait a minute. That's interesting. It doesn't have 1/4 HE pen. 150s do, but the 88s don't. Interesting. Oreo's Fisho, hello. So, you know, I would say the line starts getting interesting, and I said the same thing about the Dutch cruiser line too. The line starts getting interesting at the 6. Okay, and then at the 7 is the Heinrich, the Prince Heinrich, and I mean you get the hydro, and that's when the torpedoes start showing up at 10 kilometer. So that will definitely work. Hey Shoy, thanks for the sub, man. 7 months, awesome. So anyway, so there's your Heinrich, and then at tier 8 you've got the Zetian, Ziden, and you can see there the torpedoes gain 2 kilometers of range. And then at tier 9 you got the Prince Ruprecht.
Oyo7 just resubscribed for 7 months. Word /.
And those also go 12 kilometers as well. Seaton. Oh, okay. Thanks, Shadow. Yeah, I saw that, Kadu. Alright, well, guys, I guess it's time to move into Convoy Mode. We're just doing this to try to get dailies finished. Unless you guys would like to see more German battleships in action. If so, let me know and we can do that instead. I don't care. While you guys are deciding on that, I need to go download a replay from Kadu. Shoy, I see you just submitted a replay too. Do you want to use that for your sub replay? Okay.